And welcome back to the 102nd match of the Alliance Tournament 12. I'm Sir Squeebles here with CCP Rise to bring you CVA against the Afterlife Dot. I'm adding it back in because I don't like the comp.
I'm very interested to see how the comp does. Afterlife, maybe one of the few teams that doesn't allows healers through and then doesn't bring them.
Yeah, that is strange.
It's kind of a strange choice. CVA taking those healers though, bringing the Slipner and Healer comp that they've shown before, I believe. So with the Scimitar and a bunch of Moluses. Afterlife going with a double Armageddon setup with an Astarte, an Ishtar, Oniros, 3 Moluses of their own, and some other small support, Vengeance, Malediction, Merlin.
So the things Afterlife have
that
going
is literally
for them?
the spider that was in my house and is on the front page of
Oh,
Icelandic news
whoa.
website. So I don't mean to creep you guys out, but I had to deal with that personally.
I don't like it being on the screen that's closest to me.
I let it loose in Iceland, and now there's many.
I mean, that thing is huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I thought you were
Icelanders.
exaggerating because you're a little dramatic at times, no offense, but... So the things Afterlife have going for them, 3 Moluses. That's huge. And you can see already that that's playing a part. Unfortunately, CVA has those Gilas, which don't necessarily need their lock to apply the drone DPS. The issue is going to be, Afterlife doesn't have a tremendous amount of damage. I mean, Armageddons are nothing to laugh at. They have the Astarte and the Ishtar. They can both project fairly well if the Astarte is railgun fit, and he very well may be. He should be, I think, in this setup. But they have to actually kill something. They can't play this defensive game. The Geddons are really scary. CVA should not come in on them, and it doesn't look like they're going to.
No, they're definitely holding back. But Afterlife actually kind of hesitating as well. They've just sent the drones across the field. They actually held those for a while too. But now the full drones setup from Afterlife getting over there, mostly geckos, but some small drones of course too.
And they are applying damage to the Scimitar, but Geckos coming out of an Armageddon, they have no speed buff, they have no EHP buff. So even though those drones are powerful, this Scimitar is going 2,000, 2,400. He's going really quickly. He's going to mitigate a lot of damage. So I think that's a risk. I mean, he still is taking shots somehow. Maybe cruise missiles on the Geddons I haven't seen.
I really don't see anything else going across. I guess I can check and see if the Geddons have turrets. But
these Geddons need to be doing something though, because at Amarr Battleship level 5, they can cover 37 kilometers radius with their newts.
Yeah.
If they just split themselves up a little bit, if they're trying to corral the CVA team, they can cover a huge chunk of the arena and catch somebody out with a heavy newt. It looks like they might be starting to do that. They are drifting a little bit forward, but not quickly. And I don't think they're propless, so they need to get moving and not sit right on top of each other.
I don't know if they are propless, but for now they haven't used any MWDs. They're just drifting 100 meters a second towards the CVA team, trying to sort of back them up against the arena edge, but doing it really, really slowly. And in the meantime, hats off to Star Gunner in the CVA Scimitar. He's doing a really good job keeping the drones away from him, keeping his shields up, and even getting some reps onto his support. He's you know, keeping that Molus alive, and the Merlin as well now. I think he's doing a really superb job up to this point, but CVA need to find some damage, and there we go.
And there's a little bit of it onto Voldemir and the Molus. Those reps are coming through, but it took a long time. Oh, it took too long. In fact, he's dead. So now we have 2 Moluses against 3 Moluses. As CVA, if they can clear another Molus and gain the damp superiority to pressure those Geddons, they have a chance of going in. But something's hitting the Scimitar.
Yeah,
I have to imagine that's the Ishtar and the Rail Astarte.
I mean, he just slowed down. I think he either got close to the edge or just ran out of cap. Like he eventually caps becomes an issue. And you can see he's sped up again now, so the damage will taper off a bit, but it's not easy for him to just sustain this like constant kiting of these drones for the whole map, and and now it's really starting to be obvious as he goes into armor.
That is really surprising. I mean, the Ishtar drones will be able to keep up with them. Small drones off of anything else that has small drones. Maybe did the Geddons switch drone payloads? I mean,
it's actually possible. There's quite a few like augmented hobgoblins and warriors and Valkyries.
So the Geddons were smart. I mean, there's no way that a Gecko can keep up with him at 3,200 and apply that consistently.
Down he goes.
The Armageddon deployed new drones, and it worked.
Yeah, just being happy to sit here, keep control of the damp war. These Moluses on the CVA side not getting to do very much of anything. We did see the Geddon speed up for a while. You can see one still going 500 there, so I'm going to zoom over and see what they're up to. But continuing to just put pressure onto the CVA team, and for some reason CVA not able to get any damage back, and now a web on one of the Helas, and
the difficult thing if you're on the CVA team is you cannot let yourself get under the Geddon newts, and just as I say that, simultaneously Gila's getting neuted. But the issue is, and the thing that Afterlife's comp does brilliantly, is those damps force them to stay close. They can't branch out and try and all spread around and skirt around the Armageddons. It wouldn't work. So they have to stay close to that Scimitar, but they also have to not get caught. So I think really patient by the Afterlife, which made me worry a little bit more. So I think we can drop the dot already. I mean, the match is very, very far from over, but they can just be Afterlife based on this because it's working really well. If they can sink Ice Gorilla and Aguila, which it looks like it's going to be the same thing as the Scimitar, kind of a gradual grind with some medium drone flights, if they can get him off the field, they should feel pretty comfortable up until the point where you let your Oneros get webbed.
I feel like I need to mention CVA has quite a few shield maintenance bots in the air. So
Do they?
that represents some extra kind of repping power that we might not normally expect them to have, but it also means their damage is quite a bit lower than otherwise would be. So that's kind of worth mentioning. And now finally CVA, for some reason, able to get a lot of damage on this Oneros. And he's going down fast now that something's close to him, even though he's not even tackled.
Yeah, I think something got a web cycle. If I were a betting individual, I'd say probably a Sleipnir that then got neutered out.
Could be.
Maybe. But unfortunately, they've lost the Gila. They are killing the Oneros, though. And I'm not sure why they didn't go for that earlier.
I feel like Afterlife's doing such a good job with control in this match. You can see one of the Sleipnirs is webbed. That's actually just a solo Vengeance. That one Vengeance on the Afterlife side is Afterlife actually loses their Onero, so that's a really significant kill. But this Carvox Velux's Sleipnir is actually just totally caught in the middle of the arena doing nothing, which hurts really bad.
The problem with losing that Oneros is this entire Afterlife setup is about control. It's about being able to reach out, grab something with the newts from the Geddon, and go in and slowly kill it with the sustain of the Oneros. So,
which is actually happening as another Gila goes down for CVA.
Right. They're doing that okay, but I also feel like, I don't know, it's so hard to keep damage off of your Logi when the other team has Gila. Something just got erased.
Another Mollis, just a Mollis got caught there. But for
I looked over and just
down.
saw a blinking ship symbol and then it disappeared.
Starte getting really low as well. So Starte is pinned down. He's close to at least one of the Sleipnirs, taking quite a bit of damage. No Logi there now for them. We'll have to see if they're able to get the CVA Sleipnir down. Like I said, there's shield maintenance bots helping him out, and of course Sleipnirs have a pretty good local tank most of the time as well.
Right.
Kind of surprised they went for him rather than the Gila, but maybe that's to try and shake him off of this Astarte or something.
Right, and if you're these Sleipnir pilots, your guns don't use cap. You have to get in there and understand that you have to commit, put down as much damage as possible from close range, because eventually you're going to get bled dry, which is what's happening right now to Sten Matson. So they actually did really well, if that was indeed his web, which it doesn't look like it was. But this Astarte is going down. It's kind of the same thing as last match, where CVA is not ahead, but they came from a position of really losing, and they brought it back in a way that's kind of hard to explain.
I feel like we should have had a little more like Bacchanalian Fozzie style excitement. This is actually really close. This is like,
I can start yelling if you'd like.
Yeah, please.
No, just kidding. I can't. Actually, the Sleipnir is going down. He's low shields. He's low shields. He's going down. He's running out of shields. The shields are going down.
The Sleipnir's dying too.
Yeah. Oh my. We're excited, but he is probably going to die. Let's just real talk
I think
right
so.
now.
The Astarte is lasting a super long time. He's going to die. Sleipnir's going to die. It looks like Afterlife's in pretty good control at this point and will win the match. But I'm actually, there's just not much damage
There's
left.
actually a lot of shield maintenance spots.
Wow,
still.
with the Astarte down, Sleipnir actually looking more like he's able to tank.
Well,
but okay, broke.
Those Geddons, 2 heavy flights. Presumably they swap back out to the Geckos. Those Geckos are going to wreck. Yeah, but it is impressive actually. How CVA, they lost a lot really early.
Yeah.
I think they didn't abuse the Gilas like they should have. So you mentioned that Afterlife didn't ban them out. CVA took advantage. One of the great things about Gilas is you can send those drones across the map no matter what your range, as long as you can target and you have the drone control. And you can pretty much nuke logistics, really, unless somebody is webbing your drones, killing your drones with the support wing. So I feel like it took them a long time for that switch. I wonder where those Gila drones were before they went to the Oneros.
I was gonna say, I'm really curious about the start of the match. I feel like it was really important in this match, and we saw once CVA decided to kill the Oneros, it went down pretty quickly, and they started to do well. But before that, nothing happened for a really long period. There was like 2 or 3 minutes where it seemed like there was no damage at all. And
but this Mollis is getting low now. Sorry, but the Mollis is dead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on with your point.
I think it's possible that CVA was trying really hard to kill those Mollises on Afterlife. That was actually the first ship they were able to kill. And I wonder if they spent maybe too much time trying to kill a Mollis or two so they could swing the damp war back in their favor.
The first rule. My first rule of the Alliance
it's
tournament.
a really good rule.
Yeah, see? I'm telling you, take out the restrictions, allow me to write a basic set of rules, and
Yeah.
let's do this like Conan the Barbarian style where the strongest will survive.
Okay.
No?
I don't think we'll do that, but you could host one on your stream. You could have Tengu flagships.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Ooh, a Tengu flagship. That would be really good.
It would.
So 2 Molluses now. I'm imagining John Dar is going to be the one that burns around senselessly for 3 minutes.
I hope that happens.
So start getting together the spider story, I guess, in a compact format. It's
a seaworthy spider.
What?
Which I know it's so hard to
Does
believe.
that mean it has like sailing experience, or is that a?
No, it means it's certified for sailing. It doesn't
do
matter
they
so
is
much
it a
if it
breed?
has.
It's just a species, right? Nobody breeds spiders.
What? No, people breed spiders. Are you kidding? How do you
What?
think you make anti-venom for spider bites? I know tons of spider breeders.
Might explain why they're in your house, by the way.
I can't believe the mollusk is actually, as you said, staying alive.
I'm telling
I have
you,
a really important question for you. There's analysis
Yeah.
we could do. This really was a very good match, but I
Yes.
have an important question
Yeah.
I'm going to do instead. Would you rather commentate with me or Michael Bolton III?
I can't believe you've asked me that question.
I know it's tough.
It's tough. I mean, the tension is palpable here even now.
You should have seen it with me and Michael Bolton.
Was it rough?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this Mollus is still here, though, as a situational update. I feel like
the match has been over for a super long time.
Oh man, that's awkward. We were having such a good
Thank
time.
goodness we can see Fozzie. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Oh, bye.
One more only, I promise.